Alright, that should be everything. Streaming. It's always a mystery. I don't do it enough. I should do it more. Is what it is. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to more Final Fantasy XIV. We just had a dramatic, amazing battle. We got a big new dragon friend. Things are good. Let's progress the plot. Yeah, we definitely have not seen the last of Fan Daniel. He's setting up magic tempering mind control towers. Alright. Let's chat with the Sultana about everything that's going on. It's not going to help matters. Let's discuss today's events with Pippin and her grace. Brave scions! Here's what I've been used from the frontistery. All right. It's not a word I use in my everyday conversations. Oh, hey, buddy. Okay, so whatever's the matter. I found 2 scouts sent to the nearby tower. One of them was your friend, I believe, has been wounded. Oh, no. Yes, I know, Alphanode. The people we send into danger sometimes get hurt. Can you tell us his condition? Not that it is grave. The surgeons. Sit and speak. If all of us go, we'll only get underfoot. Do you mind going after him? We need support. You're his sister. You could offer support. But I suppose, like all things, is the job best left for me, the Warrior of Light / Warrior of Darkness. You know, I wonder if depending on if we end up in some of those other shards, I'll start becoming like the Warrior of Lightning, the Warrior of Fire, Warrior of Water, etc. Go on then. Alright, where the heck is that? That's what okay. If there's one place I don't think I've ever actually gone, it's that one. The Hastings Strip? Oh wait, no. I think I might have actually been in this before. Now that I see it on the map. Yeah, there's our boy. Hey, buddy. Out of Arnveld. How he feels, but Hangman is going to help anyone. You better have a word. Silver armor. Send me as seek. Tell me his exact words. Let them do their work. I'll go with enough. Be stern with the boy. But you're right, forgive me. If something like this would happen, now that it has, all we can do is wait. It was your bad worries that hurt him, buddy. That's exactly what happened. It's your fault. If only you'd had a little more confidence.
Fordola, have you been waiting here all this time?
We have done what we can. The rest is up to him.
May we see him?
I do not think that wise. You must let him sleep.
Thank you for bringing him back. He owes you his life.
Not if he doesn't live.
I just wish I had been there. Perhaps... I don't know. Perhaps I could have...
Could have what? Got tempered? Don't flatter yourself. You can't save everyone. No one can. Not even the warrior of bloody light.
I know.
People die all the time. For no good reason.
You should know, Fordola. You killed a lot of them.
Die quicker than most. If you're going to shed a tear every time a soldier falls on the battlefield, you'd best stay away. It's no place for the weak of heart.
Yeah, you think she cried when she killed all of her countrymen? No.
It may be that victory cannot be won without cost. But all life is precious, and I refuse to shrug at its loss.
All life is precious! Oh, you need to grow up, little man. Before your sparkling ideals get everyone killed.
Yeah, see, some life is clearly worthless. Right? Just say it out loud, Fordola. Some lives are worthless. And we just need to get rid of them. And then everything's better. Just not a fan of her. I don't know if she's going for like the whole grizzled, tortured former soldier thing.
He is idealistic. But the world has more than its fair share of realists, like you and me. It's people like him who dare to dream that things could be better and make it happen against all the odds. They are the ones whose names live on forever. The heroes.
The battlefield's littered with would-be heroes. At this rate, you'll lot be next.
Okay. I just don't get her. Like, what is she even fighting for at this point?
And what'll become of your precious dreams then?
Yeah. See, if you give up on your dreams first, that's the key.
They'll be gone. Like dust on the wind.
And yet you still saved them.
Dreams worth fighting for don't die so easily.
Mm. I like you much more, Estinian. Plus, dragoons are cooler. Like, just show a little bit of sympathy. It would make you a whole lot more likable as a person. Like, even if she, I can't, did what's his name save her from being hurt? I can't remember the exact specific thing, but even if, you know, just like, you could express a bit of being upset at yourself rather than lashing out. Even if it's just an under your breath mutter, it would have been nice. This is the thing, right? You could express subtlety and all that, but there's always the danger that you'll fail to express the sentiment and get it across correctly. And then I'm left with like, you're just unlikable to me. Now, Stydian, I like him a lot more. Aw, the nod. Yes, we share a bond. Oh, especially if I had been dressed in Dragoon armor at the time. That would have been great.
Your Grace, pray forgive us our lateness.
Think not of that. I understand a close comrade of yours was wounded in the line of duty. Arenvold. It was at the Alliance's behest that he risked all, and we are grieved to hear of his condition. Rest assured, he will receive the finest care our chirurgeons can provide.
Chirurgeons, alright. Chirurgeons.
Now, we would share with you the findings of the mission. Pippin, pray relate to our guests the details of Fordola's account.
Like I say, he's not talking. We're doing a flashback? Yeah, we're doing a flashback. Oh no, we're just kind of skipping. I guess we already saw it.
First Bahamut, now Ifrit. Or Lunar Ifrit, as Fan Daniel would doubtless have it.
'Tis now all but certain that the towers were conceived to facilitate the summoning of primals by those imprisoned within.
He was pulling a whole Dalamud? I think that was the moon.
Less certain is the means by which the Telophoroi constrain the wills of said entities to enact their designs in defiance of the pleas of their victims.
Mayhap they do not. If mere proximity to the towers is enough to make loyal servants of the Empire's mortal enemies, it stands to reason that the same is true for those held captive. They invoke their gods for the good of Garlemald, and in their disturbed state of mind, summon a primal whose form reflects their own alteration.
It all begins to make sense.
That's not a bad idea, yeah?
Upon closer inspection, I realized that the towers bear a striking resemblance to a much larger structure which Urianger and I observed from afar during our visit to the Imperial capital. Assuming it too is capable of tempering those in its immediate vicinity, it would go some way to explain the swiftness with which the Telophoroi managed to rally so many Imperials to their cause.
While the situation in Garlemald is indeed troubling, I fear we have more immediate concerns. Ifrit was not the only primal summoned. At approximately the same time, observers at several other towers bore witness to the emergence of further such entities.
Here we go again.
For a blessing, none appear to wield aught approaching the destructive power of Bahamut, and the Grand Companies are moving to deal with the threat even as we speak.
Yeah, you don't need to tell me where they are. I'm your resident god killer.
Though we are aware that the task will not be easy, we would call upon the Scions only as a last resort. Pray, Conserve your strength for now.
All right.
After all, it was not so very long ago that you rid us of Bahamut. On which note, I am pleased to report that our talks with the Amalja have reached an agreeable conclusion. They have pledged their full support to our cause.
Nice.
It is our hope that this historic agreement will encourage other tribes to join us at the negotiating table. And I know that I speak for all of the Allied leaders when I say that we will welcome them with open arms at such time as they do. Of course, this was only made possible by the feats of heroism performed at Paglfan. Moreover, we shall not allow the sacrifices of those fallen in battle to have been made in vain. As hope leads to victory, shall victory lead to a new dawn for Eorzea.
May these words ever be our guide, Your Grace.
Now, if you will forgive me, I must consult with the Syndicate on the matter of our new allies' integration. Till next we meet, my friends, I bid you safe travels and blessed respite.
All right. I do think we are definitely on the path to the moon at this stage. I feels it. All right. To the Rising Stones. Coming Alpha Node. Yeah. So you can't do much here, buddy. Don't just mock me for pacing about the infirmary. Try then. Gain our strength and readiness for coming challenges. Alright. A hot bath and a hearty meal. Yeah, there we go. It would be good to be home. I have some thinking to do. Oh. What's up? What are we asking about? One of which concerns you, Estinian. Oh. Fine. Thought you were avoiding that Baldesian woman. If I refuse, she would only pursue me. I think part of it he's coming along so we can kind of be supportive to him. Estinian, he's a good lad. I like him. Hey there.
Welcome back. I expect you must all be exhausted. Ere you take your rest, however, I would beg a moment of your time. Thanks to Arenvold's selfless efforts, we may now be confident that we understand the function of the towers. But many questions remain regarding the reason for the summonings, and what lurks behind the looming edifice in Garlemald. Until such questions are answered, we will struggle to devise an effective strategy for thwarting the Telophoroi's stated aim. Nothing less than the destruction of this star. And so, given the gravity of the situation,
Hey, we are going to go to the moon.
I move that we petition the aid of Sharlayan.
I do know enough to know that they've gone to the moon.
The ancient knowledge
Or something.
preserved within our archives may hide a clue to our enemy's methods. But given Sharlayan's established policy of non-intervention, our former colleagues are not like to aid us in its discovery.
Oh, I well remember what they're like. The Forum's barefaced refusal to assist you in the days prior to the calamity must rank as Sharlayan's most shameful act since the Exodus. But were the final days to be reenacted, it would spell doom for us all. Surely even they cannot turn a blind eye to that. I trust we are all of the same mind on this matter. Urgent as it seemed, I took the liberty of petitioning the Alliance for leave to act as Eorzea's emissary, and have since received their blessing.
I presume your role as a student of Baldessian will carry some weight with the Forum?
One can but hope. If truth be told, our organization has been a shadow of its former self ever since the disappearance of the Isle of Val. But the name does still retain some degree of prestige. I only pray it will be enough. If there are no objections, I shall depart for Sharlayan at once. But before I do, I should also mention the other matter to which I would devote some time during my stay. After hearing what transpired in the first, I began to question the true nature of Hydaelyn's blessing. A topic I have discussed at some length with Y'shtola.
We were wondering, when was the last time Hydaelyn spoke to you directly?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I can't recall when the last actual scene of chatting with the Mother Crystal was. A Realm Reborn, maybe? Was there anything after that? We're floating in the void, chatting with the crystal? That's a good question. Stay in the Crystarium? Dragon? Let's go with the Dragon Song. Right. Let's go with the Dragon Song War. I think.
When you regained her blessing, was it not? But never since. Not in all your time in the first, when you faced the Unsundered, the very heart of Zodiark.
History shows us that Hydaelyn is able to awaken the echo in her chosen, convey her will directly, and grant the blessing of light. To our knowledge, however, she has not sought to intervene in man's affairs for some considerable time.
Might not the explanation for that lie with her choice of champion? Mayhap she is content to trust in her judgment.
Yeah, I'm pretty amazing.
Mayhap she is. But following my initial discussion with Kryl, I made inquiries of my own. And as far as I am able to tell, Hydaelyn has not made her will known to anyone.
During my time in the First, the Oracle of Light spoke to me through Reen. But that was not the will of Hydaelyn. It was Minfilia herself.
Indeed. And while she and Hydaelyn were inextricably linked, Minfilia yet acted of her own volition. A messenger, yes, but one who spoke with her own voice.
I wonder, could Hydaelyn's silence suggest the presence of some disruptive force, perhaps? Some obstacle to communication? While I share Urianger's high opinion of your conduct, I see no reason why she would deny you her guidance altogether.
She never really talked much, as I recall. She had her classic line. Really
Then again, who am I to say?
was big on the
The fact
advice.
is, we simply don't know. But if the explanation is to be found anywhere, I can think of worse places to look than the archives of Sharlayan. and their research on the ethereal sea in particular. Resolved though I am to go, believe me when I say that I take no pleasure in the thought of leaving you a member short. Now of all times. Estinian, we stand on the eve of a struggle that will decide the fate of this star. One in which we Scions may play a telling part, yet we are but few in number. And so I must ask you again, will you join us?
Aw, look at that sad face.
You see the world the way you want it to be. I see the world the way it is. You are idealistic to a fault. But I know you would never turn your back on those in need. Never close your eyes to their suffering. And somehow, your deeds lend truth to your words, giving the lie to my doubts in so doing. I have seen others draw strength from your belief. In Ishgard, in Alamigo, you inspired them to stand up and fight. To win, no less. And even when you lost those you held dear, you carried their spirit with you and made their memory your guiding light. The burden of so many hopes and dreams would be too heavy for most to bear. But you bear it willingly, as you have shown me. Some dreams are too important to let go. If you have need of my strength, it's yours. After all you've done, how could I refuse?
Aw, there we go.
Thank you, Estinian. Whatever challenges await us, I shall not falter. You have my word.
And now, I may bid you farewell. Safe in the knowledge that all is as it should be. In this little corner of the world, at least.
You will be sorely missed. Tread warily in Sharlayan, and do try not to let the Forum embroil you in their politics. A forlorn hope, I know, given the individuals involved.
I shall do my very best. Farewell.
Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. Xenos' throne, right? Oh, hello. Look at all these fun toys.
Well, does this one meet with your approval? Apparently not. Or could it be that you're still upset about the dragons?
You are unwise to remind me of so costly a failure. It will not affect our plans, I trust.
Oh, hardly at all. Though, admittedly, the chances of us being able to procure any more Mericidian dragons are rather slimmer following Tiamat's reappearance. seeds have been sown, my lord. We have only to wait for them to quicken. Speaking of preparations, is it safe to assume that you will be ready to control you-know-what?
Why would you say that, game? You'd never... He knows, of course. Why would you just use the name?
This nation, forged for Ascian ends, will finally prove its worth.
A mighty empire, now no more than an instrument of this star's destruction. What a pleasure it will be to put it to use. Which brings me back to our earlier topic. My lord, while I appreciate that it is not an easy decision, it really is past time you chose your weapon.
There is one that I have been meaning to test.
Well, well, not quite what I was expecting, though I will say, it does seem rather apt.
No more golf bag of katanas? I wonder what weapon he picked. Inspect the Court of the Realm. I promise nobody does it better than us. It's true. For every fiend you fell fiend you vanquished, there's countless meals to arraign, baths to fill, sheets to wash, stores to replenish. Oh, it's a hard life. Poor Ardenwald, indeed. Sing the odd prayer, keeping the roof over our heads. Alright, I guess I get to have a nap. We're still waiting. Just some scraps of news to share. Lunar primals all over the place. Things are going well with the beast tribes. Okay. Can lower our guard. Fair, fair. Begging your pardon, but I come bearing an invitation from the Alliance. Alright. Allies, beach tribes have been invited. Alright. It's good to know that we've kind of got that political power. There's the various nations, entire species groups, and then us. We're on the same level as them. Have as much a seat at the table. We're important adventurer lads and lasses. And of course me. Yeah, can't forget me. I'm important. Defensive efforts. Someone deal with Americ. Alright. Alright, let's get this meeting going. Oh, hold on 1 second.
Esteemed guests, you honor us with your presence. As there is much to discuss, let us begin.
Alright, sorry about that. Let's continue the meeting. I have a moon to get to, hopefully.
Information on our taken brethren you have, yes? Hear it we would.
Oh, there's the snake people, the bird people. Other bird people. Oh, the kobolds. The Malja. The fairies?
Beyond forgiveness these featherless ones are. With rivers of blood shall they pay. Freed our people must be.
We too would see your kin liberated. But ere we attempt their rescue, we must first find a means to negate the risk of tempering. Without that, we will be unable even to approach the towers, let alone contend with their defenders.
If all else fails, I've always found cannonballs quite effective.
And what of the prisoners? Would you see them slaughtered?
Think for a moment. Ponder, consider, think. If Merlwyb truly intended to bombard the towers, she would have done so by now. Remember, we came here to find a solution together, did we not?
Y'shtola spoke of defenders. I but offered a means to clear a path, should you require it.
Given the enemy's capabilities, we will all need to play our part if we are to have any chance of success.
Oh, it's a samurai boy. Good to see you could make it too.
It will be to the cost of every living being on this star.
A paragon. The Empire. Our very gods. How can we hope to prevail against such odds?
That our foe is formidable, none would deny. But our strengths are many and varied. In this chamber, I see masters of strategy, masters of magic, masters of the land, the air, and the sea. And together, there is nothing in creation we cannot overcome.
They're like, I'm sorry, we didn't figure out models for you guys to sit. Is it a hat? I thought it was his head. I admit. Or are you talking about the kobold?
I beg your pardon?
What is it, Sir Walker? Do not express your passion thus. A little tricky will outdo us, perhaps. Suffice it to say, I am proud to be counted amongst Eorzea's finest. We Sahagin will play our part.
They do like their hats.
We kobolds have not forgotten the crimes the Overdwellers committed against us in the past. But today we look to the future,
They all like look at both their good hats going on. That's why they're the ones who talk the most. Hats give you power. You should not be able to stand up on that tail.
Make mock of the Ixal, the Paragon does. Turns kin into puppets. Pits brother against brother. Free them from his grasp, we shall.
As Patriarch Zadar will attest, the Scions have granted us a means to free your brethren from their thraldom. This boon we will gladly share, that your people might never be enslaved again.
We accept! We accept!
Praise me!
Look at us all getting along.
It's taken a while, but I do believe we might be one step closer to a world without primals. Would that Minfilia were here to see it.
We still have a long way to go, and we're going to need a lot more Porksies. But we're moving in the right direction.
If I may have your attention, there is one other point I would like to raise. As we can all agree, freeing those held captive must take precedence over every other concern. But experience has taught us that none save those with the capacity to resist tempering can hope to enter the towers unscathed. And even once inside, a still greater threat may yet await them. Needless to say, if we are to succeed, engaging with such foes can only ever be considered a last resort. And so I move that we seek to prevent them from being summoned in the first place.
Yes! Both prayer and ether are needed for the ritual. Should either one be denied, the summoning would fail.
Indeed. And so we must endeavor to discover the source of the ether on which the process depends. Do so, and it may present a way to halt the summonings, or perhaps even neutralize the towers entirely.
I mean, this is a setting where you can just mine magic rocks to do it.
A promising proposal. While you are conducting your investigations, however, we will need to remain vigilant, lest the Telophoroi commit further abductions and summon primals ere we have the means to prevent them. To stand a better chance of keeping our enemy at bay, we would do well to coordinate our defensive efforts, sending reinforcements to assist our neighbors when needed.
We, Amalja, would have been overwhelmed were it not for our newfound allies. But say the word, and we shall come.
I see we are all in accord. But what are we to call this proud fellowship of ours? I submit that the honor of naming it should go to the scion whose brave efforts have done so much to unite Eorzea. What say you, my friend?
Oh, you could all be my goons. The Goon Squad. Oh, the Grand Company of Eorzea. Oh, I guess. How about Shalasara's Grand Company of Eorzean Goons? I think it has a ring to it.
But that's the name I...
Is it? Well, I've stolen it.
Fine choice, for there is none here who does not love Eorzea.
I've taken the name and I've taken the credit alpha node. It's my name now.
Aye, in that we shall ever be united.
History books will remember I came up with the idea.
United in our gratitude for the realm that gave us life.
Then let it be recorded that on this day, the Grand Company of Eorzea was born.
How long have we dreamed of this moment? And now that it's here, oh, forgive me. Might we speak outside?
Should have patented the name, buddy. Some say. Oh, the company we keep. And we made the Grand Company. A nice little play on words there for the quest. I'm saying that I have dreamed of this day. Except for on these shores. The sacrifices that were made and the lives lost. Inevitabilities that I struggle to accept. Many and more. Elder Seedseer, what you want? Oh, the sylphs. The crystal trade, right? Yeah, I mentioned those. Besides, so I have communication to coordinate efforts of our new fellowship. Could there be a Lunar Ramu to deal with? Crystal Brave, yes. Forgive me, Master. I know it was a painful chapter in your life. The experience may yet be made to serve the realm. But all my plans came to naught. Failed of lofty ideals. The order was doomed to first collapse on the weight of warm worldly interests. Mushu. Can't remind my assistance for little it is worth. Oh, have some confidence, buddy. You do good work. Failures of Crystal Braves. Alright. The intercepts of every goodly soul gathered here this day, have no doubt that our fellowship shall emerge from the shadow of the Telophoroi and flourish. Our braves, you understand. Are you dreaming of seeing that out? As if you have to ask. I'm a good helpful. I'm always here to contribute. So in which the orders rise and fall, yours will be a reassuring presence. And as well, we're all going to split up to go have some chats with former members. Oh yeah, Graha probably doesn't know the details of them. That's fair. The report I proposed is largely written. Fateful day, I pen a detailed account of the organization's history, from the inception to the failings. This I did primarily as a means of taking some responsibility, and I imagine it might be referred to by those seeking to form a similar organization. Alright. My wife, the disbanded. Some members choose to remain with us, while others did not. Alright. Well, I think some of the Braves joined up for a paycheck, and some joined up for the ideals. God, you welcome my inquiries, yeah. The two of you can talk to the ones who kept the faith. Have care, should know my former comments of questionable character. Riol and Alien. Alright. I mean, past a certain size, you know, you just can't expect that everyone's going to be joining up for the ideals. Hey, you two. I'm going to do the big meeting, would it? 4 members of the Crystal Braves. Yada, yada, yada. Why did it fail when I did it? Okay, I'll be honest. I stayed with you because you offer great dental insurance. So it's been a long time agonizing my failure to alert you to the traitors in our midst. And your powers prevent the tragedy that ensued. Redeem myself and continue to serve the cause was okay. But that wasn't my only reason. Just to blame anyone but yourself for the fall of the Crystal Braves. Surrender everything that had happened. Took us back without a moment's hesitation. We would not have blamed you had you turned us away, but when you gave us your trust instead, what else could we do but try to repay it? Yeah. I felt the Scions had something in common with me, old crew. Do the strongest protect the weak. Alright. In many shapes and sizes, from Hoary Boulder to Miss Tataru, we've all got something to offer. And not one of us is doing it for personal gain. Alright. Yeah, why did things go poorly? Which is something to be proud of, but ideals alone don't make a crew. We just always send up with good intentions, or wasn't it for coin or glory, or both? Yeah. The fact that we managed to function at all was thanks in large part to his efforts. We look like a ragtag bunch of misses, but deep down, we've all got that shared sense of purpose. And why? Because Tataru sifted all the glory hunters before they made it through the door. Simple enough. They accepted everyone, regardless of their motivations. And then those motivations came into conflict. Less life-having testimonies await. Alright, fair enough. Come along, Orb. Tunnel, go past the falls. Oh, the Lancer Guild. I remember trying to become a Dragoon. Oh, that was long, long ago. Alright. So the comments were harsh. Alright. We want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the unvarnished truth. Oh, we're in Sylph country now. Brave One and friends of Brave One, how good is to see walking ones again so soon after the meeting. The dance of greeting? Yeah, I'll do a dance of greeting. No, be at ease. It's who the ones delight in making walking ones dance, but no more. I should be coming to solace, pure ones invaded Sylphland, and abducted many of those ones. Alright. Require all ones to work together in unison to stop the Telophoroi. Oh, another pretty silver-haired one. Quite in a hurry, it seems. Oh. Don't tell me you couldn't mean. I think it's probably more important than that. Costume is about to sit out. Oh, an envoy from the Sharlayans. That's very quick. Wait, isn't who I think it is. Oh? Fortunote Levelure. Your father. Ooh. Daddy is come calling. Unless he volunteered for it. Could it not be he is concerned? For his children? It's verily our mother who replies. Yeah, go. It's good to meet your parents. My apologies along with my report. Go. The Lotus Stand. Alright. Back we go. I'm rather curious. I don't think we've seen dear old dad or mom on screen. Unless I'm forgetting something. I mean, I've been playing this game for a long time. I could have forgotten something, but I feel like dear mom and dad never really made an appearance. Which makes me very curious. So I want to go to... Conjurer's Guild. Alright, let's meet Dad. How exciting. Master Fortune's visit to Commissioner Rise. Forum. Alright, let's see what they have to say. There's a respectable-looking fellow, I have to say.
Elder Seeds here. I thank you for granting me this audience. I am Fortuno Leveilleur, here in my capacity as representative of the Forum.
It is I who should thank you, Master Fortuno, for journeying so far and so swiftly. Would that our first meeting could have been under happier circumstances.
Gets more sun than his kids do.
Long, Father. You look well.
As do you both. Ameliance will be glad to hear that you are taking care of yourselves.
He seems happy enough to see his kids.
How is Mother?
She misses you terribly, of course, but is otherwise a picture of health. Circumstances apart, I'm grateful that our meeting has afforded me the chance to be reunited with my children at long last. And I believe I also owe you thanks for the hospitality you showed my father, Louisois, during his sojourn in Eorzea.
All thanks we owe to him. In the days prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity, it was your father's tireless efforts which granted us a means to vanquish the primals. Were it not for him, our strength would have been quite spent by the time the Empire arrived. That Gridania still stands is in large part his achievement. He was a great man.
He would doubtless have been moved to hear you say so. I must confess, however, that I opposed his decision to intervene.
But do you still oppose it? It's okay to have opposed it at the time. People can realize they made a mistake.
And my position remains...
Ah, there we go. All right, interesting.
To chart the course of history, not to change it. I am familiar with the Sharlayan stance.
It is more than that. It is our way of life, who we are. But I came here not to deliver a lecture, but the Forum's answer to your request. Sharlayan will under no circumstances intervene in the conflict between Eorzea and the Garlean Empire.
May I ask for what reason the Forum has come to this decision? The final days spell the end not only for Eorzea, but the entire world.
The final days? Pray spare me your hyperbole. This conflict is no more than the latest in a series of petty squabbles between yourselves and Garlemald. One in which Sharlayan will take no part. If the final days were truly upon us, we would know.
I feel like they're out of the loop, actually, in a lot of what this. There was the stuff happening the first star they wouldn't have known about.
Father, you must ask the Forum to reconsider.
Time traveling.
You may feel safe on your little island across the waves, but if you imagine the Telophoroi will leave you be, you are mistaken. They mean to kill us all, themselves included.
Alphino is right. We have seen what the enemy is capable of, the lengths to which they'll go. This is no time to turn a blind eye. If Eorzea falls, so too will Sharlayan. So if you truly love our homeland, you will join us. Now, before it's too late.
I thought you knew better than to raise your voice to your elders. It seems I was wrong. Wrong to ever let you leave, Charlie.
Aww.
I consoled myself that your time abroad would instill in you some hint of restraint, of discipline. But I see now that Eorzea has made fools of you both. Have you forgotten why it was that I so vehemently opposed your grandfather's departure? For all his wisdom, his only solution was to go to war. Death, devastation, ruin. Even those who claim victory are scarred for life. What prize could ever justify such sacrifice? It is the duty of the learned to avert such tragedy. By fanning the flames of war, you forsake all you once held dear.
What have you guys done to stop war from happening? Ooh. To ignore the plight of those who one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. Ooh, I like that line.
I see your friend shares your misguided ideals. But unlike her, you should know better.
No comeback. I like that. I like that he had no real response.
By espousing such barbaric notions, you subvert the teachings of Sharlayan and place all we have worked for in jeopardy.
It kind of reminds me of, there's like a scene or a bit talking about how some guy was talking about he doesn't care about politics. And basically it's like, yeah, you don't care about politics because the world suits you. It's easy not to care about them when the political climate favors you. And ergo, we have their stance. It's easy to be like, no, we're hands off. Because things currently favor them.
Alphino, Alizé, as of this moment, you shall no longer bear the name of Leveilleur.
What?
Father.
Wow.
How you choose to live your lives is no longer my concern. If you wish to walk the path of ruin, I will not stand in your way.
Master Fourcheneau, while Sharlayan may have no intention of intervening in this conflict, we can still part as friends. Will you not stay and speak with us, that we might learn of Sharlayan's hopes for the
Jason's
world?
saying, bad dad. Yes, he is not a good father. And he was all smiles when he first saw them. I had high hopes.
I have said what I came here to say. Any further discussion would be meaningless.
Twins of mine now get custody. Oh, all right, fair enough.
Father, wait!
Don't bother, Alizé.
How can you stand there and watch him walk away? How can you let this happen?
Yeah, I don't think your dad was going to change. I don't think he was going to change his mind. Though I imagine, for some reason, I don't know. I obviously I don't know the dynamic, but it will be interesting to see him explain this. It would be interesting to see him have to explain this to his wife when he got some. So, by the way, I went to Eorzea and I told them no, and while I was there, I did disown our children. Happy birthday. I'll be in my office. What came here to say? Well, fools to turn themselves against Telophoroi. Yeah. The pacifism stance works out great when you're the ones not being attacked. Watch from fall when Eorzea burns. I still can't? Yeah? You know what I bet will sway them? Some sort of disaster that we have to go to them to solve. So only the master was persuaded, but the form as the whole. The decision was made. Ere your father crossed the sea. Simply keep their counsel as they want to do. Interesting question. I guess I don't understand their politics enough. If they entirely divorce themselves from all trade and interaction, or they just mostly keep a hands-off approach. Vain. So they ignored every word I said on the subject. Oh. They ignored every word except for... Okay. If they generally believe they know how the world will end, but interesting thought there. But something tells me they're not unconcerned about the Telophora as they claim. Seeing how to learn the ethereal sea, choosing the expert in the field, the form has forbidden anyone from cooperating with us. Oh! There we go. We get to go to Sharlayan. Yeah, I've always wanted to visit. I mean, I would just say under less than happy. Is there any time I visit a new place when it's not... There's not some doom hanging over me? Speculations give you cause to hope. The seeds will bear fruit. Cannot say. There's no certainty that its will prompt them to change of heart. The plane in which we find ourselves. So pretend the Telophoroi, yes! Fail. Do if we fail. Okay. For some reason I thought they were already on the moon. Maybe I misunderstand the various glimpses and hints I've got over the years. But I suppose it makes sense that maybe this is their plan. They're like, haha. Yeah, the world's doomed. We're escaping to the moon, everybody. That might be it. I'll take some lemon muffins. And I'm going to eat a lemon muffin. Delicious. The shush. Ooh. We can allow ourselves to be distracted from the challenge before us. There's more to be done. Grave tidings. Grave tidings. Oh. Is there a Loomer Ramu showing up? Destroying what's appeared in Zulfatol. Captured ones and even frightful godly ones. Just a chance we sent squawking. Oh, the Ixal were attacked. West feather ones who didn't fight were left unharmed. Kurthus. Change speed. The Guardians. The Cardinal Flats, okay. Alright. Battle time, everybody! A cackling robed one. Oh, Fandaniel himself is about. Nice, sure. I mean, Fandaniel should be easier to deal with than the others. He's a lesser A lesser one. All right. Sorry, kids, no time to deal with your trauma from your dad disowning you. We have war to go to. Hey, Fordola! You've made an appearance. Is your business urgent?
Arenvold! I can't tell you how good it is to see you.
He's not saying anything.
It arrived a lot sooner than expected, eh? The day I craned my neck up at you.
Oh, there we go.
Only because you're sitting down. Unless...
Afraid so. The chirurgeons say I may never walk again. Come on, Alfino, it could be worse. Besides, I didn't come here to dampen the mood. Quite the opposite. All I've ever wanted was to fight for a cause I believe in. But my fighting days are over. So I want you to fight in my stead. Be the hero I can't.
I am no hero.
You're definitely a hero.
That's what they all say, though. No one ever calls them.
I do.
Hero. Even the ones who eat primals for breakfast. It's for others to decide.
I definitely call myself a hero. Thank you very much. Do not put words in my mouth. I'll give you the dialogue option.
Alfino, you already are a hero. To me and countless others. We see you doing your damnedest to protect us all. And you're not alone, are you? There are people who believe in you, just as you believe in them.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, the dreams of many will carry yours too. If only it could have happened to her instead. I'd be happier.
I know what's at stake, and how many people are depending on you. But I believe in you. Believe that you'll see it through. That's why I'm entrusting my dreams to you. Like Albert and Owley once entrusted their dreams to me.
There was a time when I would have borne the weight of such expectations without a second thought. But now, I know just how heavy that burden can be. To tell the truth, I'm beginning to wonder if I chose the right path. Sacrifices will inevitably be made for the sake of the ideals I uphold.
You know, I'm okay with this. I'm trying to remember what his involvement was when we went to Doma. Because I would have thought, like, Doma would have been a good example of, like, well, here's what happens when you don't fight for your ideals. What they'll do when you just let them do whatever they want.
Maybe I am not the person I thought I was. The person you think I am.
Oh man, it's not like he's died. He's... Be a little happier, buddy.
I wouldn't presume to tell you. But I will say this. In spite of everything, you've come this far. The road ahead might not always be clear, but you've never been one to give up or take the easy way out. And everything you do for others. For a brighter future. I'm proud to call you my friend. Well, I've said my piece, so I'll let you go. I know you've got more important things to be doing. Just give what I've said some thought, all right?
I shall, my friend. And we will meet again soon, I promise.
I mean, you're so grim about the guy you thought was going to die being alive. It's not the end of your friendship.
Nothing left for me to do but wave and smile.
And you can do things.
You've got a pretty narrow view of what it means to be a hero. Do you know that?
Yeah, we got Kral and all the others. You can do other support work. We may not give you a sword to wave around, but...
You think they're all forged in the fires of battle? That it's all about being brave and killing villains?
Definitely. That's what I do.
Alphinaud and the others will carry on their fight. But theirs isn't the only one. There are other ways you can make a difference. If you stop feeling sorry for yourself and put your bloody mind to it.
There's not much chance of me living the quiet life with you around, is there?
If you're content to twiddle your thumbs thinking of what might have been, that's your lookout. But I reckon you've got some fight left in you.
And I reckon you might be right. If there's a way I can still help my friends, I'll bloody well find it.
I mean, this seems like the kind of thing you'd have figured out, you know, after a week or two. I mean, you did just apparently survive a near-death series of injuries. I'll just say you're glowing. It's possible. All right. Ah, the Battle of Cardinal. All right. Certain points. Lost. Okay. Yeah, we'll proceed. I've got the time to do it.
My fellow Scions, as I am sure you will have heard, we can expect no help from Sharlayan, nor are we any closer to discerning the Telophoroi's grand design. And now, our adversary moves against us in unprecedented numbers, compelling us to answer in kind. The outlook, in short, is bleak. Yet though our foes are many, and we but few, we may still tip the balance in Eorzea's favor.
This is always the case. We're always outnumbered.
Of course. We will do what we always do. Deal with the ones our allies can't. A less than daunting prospect, judging by your expression. Could it be that you've dispelled your lingering doubts, Alphino?
Oh, I doubt I ever will. But as my friends have kindly reminded me, I have come this far, and that must count for something.
Gods be good, Alphino. That's what we've been trying to tell you all along.
For one so bright, you can be remarkably dim at times. There is such a thing as overthinking, you know.
Might I suggest that we continue this conversation after the battle? It would appear that Telophoroi have already arrived.
I'll do what I can to cure the Tempered, but they'll have to be incapacitated first.
Oh, I'll incapacitate them.
Have care, my friends, for none can say wherefore our foe did choose this fateful field to be our battleground. Whatever may transpire, pray grant him not the pleasure of deterring you.
Oh. Top right stream across Cardinal. If we sit above the battlefield, he has since vanished, watching things from afar. Okay. Which time troops they instead withdraw? Interesting. They're up to some schemey scheme.
Prepare yourself.
Let's give it our all.
We're just killing things then?
Hold fast.
Well, this looks like a job for AoE attacks. Oh. Which way am I going? East? West? West. West. Coming! Guys, go to fight the Loferoy. Ooh, I like this. We got a little battle map. Defeat the enemy forces. Ooh, I like this. Neat. Neat. I like. There are so many of them. But we have a pig. I have to incapacitate them first. So what I got? Combo, Scorch combo. Flechette. Okay, let's...
Allow me.
Forge feed them here on the battlefield. If you're there beyond help, heroes do not hate to see them in such pain.
Just the beginning.
Right behind you.
Oops. In a moment's respite. How's it so bad? Cure the tempered. Send Angelo to cure the tempered. How do I cure the tempered? Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy. Do you see that? The glyph? Yes, how should we be? Heart card, no. Now the things become clear. An etheric conflux, like to the pillars of the Azim Step, but in a greater scale, far greater. Reaching this very midst. We promise to destroy them. Chain with the potential to break the conflux entirely. Using the elements, prompting earthquakes, flood, tempest, drift to lay waste to the realm. Alright. He's going to try just to break the world. Defeat Lunar Odin. Oh, I haven't fought Odin in forever. My lenses, follow my lead. So what do I got? Spell damage. Heal. Or do damage. Okay,
shall protect thee.
can I do things to this conflux? I can.
With you.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of his feathers. I am.
The best defense is a good defense.
Ow. What happened? What do you mean duty failed? How far do... How much am I missing? Zoom from midway. The thing was still standing. Oh, I bet one of the others got killed. That's probably what happened. Alright. You know, game, I don't play healer for a reason. Just gonna put that out there.
I shall protect thee.
Okay, well that worked better. That was better timed.
My turn.
May the 12 guide you.
But yeah, I bet he probably killed Thancred when I wasn't looking.
Away with you!
The best defense is a good defense.
There we are. Tank the hit. Do a little healing. Seems to be going better. Yeah, we got some healing. Yeah! Did it in one. Now I'm curious, who do you temper to summon Odin? Wasn't he bound up in a sword? Meanwhile, you know, say Perdlock swords with Lunar Ravana. Bug swordsman himself. Okay, so what powers do I have? Fire 4. Blizzard. Lightning damage to AoE. Healing. Group healing. Other activities. Okay. So we start off, it seems like Thunder is what I want to start with. Is this how the others have to do things? Like the whole alternating between fire and, what's-its? The Rose of Hate. Stockman with Break. Ow. Did it work? I think it worked. Yay! Killed Bug Boy. He was trying to set us up the bomb. The old memes. Ifrit. Yes, now I don't have to worry about healing. Just stabbing. All the stabbing. And who wants to play a healer? Be on your guard. I'm on my guard. The nails! I remember the nails. I remember long, long ago. That's what got rid of me in one of the earlier campaigns. My first fight with Ifrit. I ignored the nails. Didn't know what they were for. Look away from the thingamajig, please, buddy. Nails again. Do I kill the nails or am I going after... Nope, going after him. Stinian! Good to see you, buddy.
I will not be outdone.
Oh, we've almost got him. Yay! Nice fight. And I enjoyed that, though, like the way they present it as like a battlefield scope. Very well done. I approve, I approve. Hey, buddy.
And thus another plan went up in smoke. I am beginning to see why Lord Xenos thinks so highly of you.
I mean, I killed your bosses, man. Surely that was enough.
Not that this changes anything, you understand. You have merely earned yourself a stay of execution.
Glory be to Garlemore.
How fare the tempered?
We've treated as many as we can, but some were beyond help.
Do not hang your head so, brave scions. Though not all of our captured brethren could be saved, we are grateful for those whose minds have been restored. You could do no more, and that is enough. So please hold your heads
Yeah.
high.
This guy knows what's up. That man had a crown.
Should have been quicker, but I'll do better next time. Thank you for your kind words. They mean a lot.
A victory at great cost, but a victory nonetheless. We must stay strong and press on. Isn't that right?
One battle at a time. One amazing battle at a time, where I get to be amazing.
That we will.
And as Jason mentioned, you two are mine now. You've been adopted. Oh, the moon! Oh, hello, music. But this was the Shadowbringer music. Moon should not be glowing like that. It's a great tune, though. This is the very end of Shadowbringers. Okay, fair enough. Oh, we did it, everybody! We beat Shadowbringers! Oh! Which is what? Endwalkers, I guess, is next. It's a good main theme. It is a solid... You know what? We can take the one. I enjoyed Shadowbringers. Overall, I'm fine with the time travel. Which is at the end of the last patch. Fair enough. Okay. I would have liked a little more introspection about how what Grahad is doing is fundamentally no different to what Emmett was doing. Emmett Salk? It's just we have, you know, the protagonist-centered timeline to care about. But fundamentally, not really all that different. Would have been a little more interesting to kind of have that. They kind of touched on it. His buddy, the one who became a Warrior of Light, used up too quickly. My only disappointment with him. I enjoyed exploring the first. It was a fun big little diversion. A good way to kind of expand the world without expanding the world, as it were. And, you know, indulging those extra shard stuffs. Quite enjoyed it. Plus, we got new outfits for everybody. They got to have a little bit of opportunities for growth and change. And yeah, and the whole tempering thing, we're seeing like a real change in kind of the status quo of the world. I quite like it. Daniel's fine. Oh, there's our crystal boy. No, Shadowbringers was... I enjoyed the whole light aspect, Shadowbringer thing. Kind of the revelations about what the Asians, at least at the time, were up to. Oh, our favorite ghost bro! He was great too. I enjoyed our little scenes with him. Oh, ghost bro. Xenos is still kind of interesting. I enjoy dealing with Xenos well enough, I suppose. He's still... Like, I wouldn't want too much more with him. His story need to run out, right? But I can go another round of him causing trouble in the background. Well, I do own Endwalker, so we can kind of... I don't think we'll go into it right away now. I think we'll save that. We can start fresh into Endwalker another time. Oh, a little disappointed with the dad of the twins. Bad dad indeed. Music was fantastic the whole way through. I really quite enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to seeing what new takes they do with that. Oh, that bit where the giant super golem, when you step into the sky to grab the floating island, that was pretty badass. Oh yeah, that was... We also had the weird 2B stuff. That was a little weird, but a fun little thing. I've never played those, what's it, Nier Automata games, but I enjoyed it. Oh, them! They were a great couple. Oh, I do like these credits. You know, more than just the credits, we get to see little flashes to events we were doing throughout the campaign, throughout the storyline. Mole is people. Well, actually, not quite people, but Sin Eater. Ghost Bro. Crystarium was a neat hub. I enjoyed the Crystarium. But I've always been a sucker for the weird giant crystal tower. I do like me an ancient... I like my Magitech to lean more on the Magi than the tech, visually speaking. You know, I'm fine with the whole, at a certain point, magic is indistinguishable from tech. Especially when, you know, the idea is that magic has rules and principles it has to follow. And you can work around those rules and with those rules the same way you do with technology and physics and all that. I'm fine with that. It's a visual aesthetic, I suppose. I still think with what we've learned about Zodiark and Hydaelyn and everything, I'm still kind of on the Ascian plan about the rejoining. It's an interesting, like with the presentation of the weird splits, right? It's an interesting topic, and I do think it is one of those cases where because we are on because the group is on the presentation is that we're on the diminished aspect of it. It's our status quo. It's what we understand, so we defend it. But in any other storyline, right, where you encounter somebody who gets split into 3 distinct individuals or something, the win in that story is to restore them, especially if in that division, right? If you're watching a Star Trek show or something, and there's a transporter accident, splitting them up into separate people, and they were all, they were distinct people, but each one was like, a part of the personality to extremes or physically limited, yada yada yada. The win in that story would always be fusing the person back together. Which is, of course, what the Ascians want to do. So it is interesting to kind of have that subversion, where you're taking the angle of, yeah, but we're the people who were split apart. Hey, there he is. That's probably the best core storytelling element to me. But it's also kind of why I'm on the side of the Ascians. At least barring new revelations of Emmett Silk. My kind of analogy is, right, like, if some sort of horrible virus split humanity up into a few humans, a small group of humans, and all the different primate subspecies, right? Your bonobos, your orangutans, your apes, yada 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 yada. Would I blame the humans if their plan was, well, we can get humanity back at the cost of all these animal species? I'd be like, no, I'm not going to really blame the humans in that case. I like the ancients though. It was like, they're giant. That's very interesting. Oh, them. I remember them. I can't remember what race. Amaros? Oh, the Amaros. They were good boys too. Not to say I've played, in my time, I've played a couple other MMOs. And definitely, unquestionably, the Final Fantasy XIV does it better. Oh, Crystal Buddy. With the magic blood. I definitely notice at times Warcraft has tried to kind of... it feels like emulate the whole how light isn't always good aspect to things. It just falls very flat in that setting comparatively, because 99 times out of 100, anything related to the light is generally a goody-goody. But sometimes we go, but sometimes it's bad, and it's not that, and it's no different than this Force, which is always just flat out bad. So it's a little... They don't hit it well. Whereas this world, this setting, where we went to see the light stuff and all that, the 6 elemental... no. Fire, wind, water, light, dark, lightning? So 7? Ice? 8? Anyways, the metaphysical foundation of the various energies in the world in this setting work a whole lot better. And the too much light angle, while a fun twist to do, makes perfect sense for me. Oh, the kobolds. So we've got Endwalker out of the way now. No, we're doing Endwalker. Alright, so we've done the main pack. We've done Heavensward, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, Endwalker. Alright, there we go. And I guess we're in the Dawn Trail era right now. I know even less about Dawn Trail than I know about Endwalker. Because, you know, the moon's haunted. I knew that at least. I'm enjoying it. Fandaniel's not bad. I feel like Emmett did it better as an antagonist. But Fandaniel has a certain flair to whom I can appreciate. I'll give him that. I'm enjoying the Reaper class. I don't know what if anything I'll change to at this point. I guess if they bring out a new class, like, yeah, I'm definitely going to stick to the DPS. I have no real interest in healing or tanking. I've tried them in other games. And yeah, there's the difference in trying to go through content on your own, of course. But I don't know. I don't have the mindset like when I'm playing in a group and being the one who's constantly staring at everyone's life totals and how am I positioning the enemy and all that sort of stuff. Some people like it. Power to them. Not quite for me. The weapon fights were fun. I did enjoy the fights themselves. Fun premise, though I think it does kind of... It's going to be a bit of a... It feels a bit like a... Like the fact that Sid has war machines feels a bit like something that we're going to be kind of not going back too much. Moon! That's a sus moon. Never trust the moon, everybody. Although I will say, one of my favorite Final Fantasies is Final Fantasy IV. And you get to go to the moon in that one. You get the lunar whale and you go to the moon. I wonder how we will get to the moon in this one. I guess Charlayans might have some sort of trick. There could be some sort of ancient Allagan vessel. The Allagans still... I feel like the well hasn't fully run dry on the ancient empires. And that's another thing I do have to praise this series for. Good continued reuse of prior settings, places, and plot elements. Like, for example, Tiamat. We went back and we got her back into... After leaving her for, like... Like, most of an entire expansion. Like, she showed up briefly. And then was entirely ignored for... I don't even think we went in to deal with that at all in Storeblood. Just a Heavensward event. I'm kind of cute. Maybe there's a... I'm kind of curious. Yeah, first shows up at Heavensward. And then we ignore her for all of Stormblood and only makes a brief appearance in Shadowbringers. So that's like... Makes sense. Makes sense. Good reuse of prior... number 2. I think we've hit the end of the scroll list. We'll just skip the credits. I'm sorry, game. All right. Well, with the credits rolling, it does set up now. We're gonna wait till next time, and we can go in entirely fresh into Endwalker. Yeah. Thanks for everyone for joining me on this journey. It's been fun.